Hello! So, what is the Order of Merlin? Well, to break it down to its barest form, the channel is essentially a TTRPG or D&D-like game, where you, the viewers, are the players, and I myself am the DM. This does not use character sheets or stats, though you are more than welcome to submit them for fun on the Discord. You see, you have your own character that you create, but you're playing as a collective, making decisions as a team that affect the story as it moves forward. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's start with some basics. The world is essentially our own, though we're creatures from other universes breach into ours and must be dealt with. The Order is an anti-anomalous organization within the world, with each nation having their own or even multiple. The Order is the little country of Wales's, and defends it to the best of its ability from the unknown. You, as players, are not officially part of the Order, but are instead freelance contractors grouping together within your own guilds called Earth, or going it alone. The Order itself is focused on research and big-picture decision-making, and posts bounties for specific entities. The threats you will face come in a variety of flavors, as within the world our universe is constantly being infiltrated by near-infinite numbers of other universes. These can be broken down into two categories. The first are the major spheres, universes as large or larger than our own, with each nation being breached by different collections of these. Wales, and as such you, will face 5 major spheres. The Fae, think Celtic mythology and beings who will skin you alive, then stitch that skin into a 3-piece suit, forcing you to wear it. The Entropic, ghosts, undead, necromancy and the like, but with its own twist. The Abomination, evolution gone wild, creating life that more closely resembles monsters but still following a realistic life cycle. The Eldritch, Lovecraftian nightmares that warp the mind with only a glance. And the Abrahamic, a twisted and corrupted reflection of the Abrahamic faiths. Apart from these, there are also the infinite sub-spheres. These are universes that have collapsed upon themselves, but are held together by their own powerful beings. These can produce nearly anything from a sentient toaster to a biomechanical court system intent on punishing those they deem guilty. Each week, I create a new video that introduces a new threat to be faced within the world, similar to a monster manual in D&D. However, the overarching story takes place at the beginning of these videos in the form of Hunter's updates. These are like news reports about the world and what is currently transpiring. Some can be simple and a bit silly, like an advert for a product from within the world. Others could be a summary of a contract completed by players that we will discuss more a bit later. There are also the events. These are large-scale operations that take place within the world. It is all done via YouTube polls, where I set up what happened the previous day, and you, as the players, vote on what you should do next, with me changing the story based on your votes. Along with this, you can leave comments on these polls that will introduce your character as an active player, meaning that you will become a named participant in the story. This is not as simple as typing in "I'm here too," but rather you would comment something like, "I have experience with explosives, so I set up a breaching point upon the wall and blow our way in." These are meant as wildcard actions that can completely shift where the story goes. However, I do hold the right of veto. Meaning that if you throw out a suggestion such as "I become God and kill the bad guy," it's not going to go exactly as you planned, though I will be including it, most likely in a way you didn't intend. Once the event is finished, I will create a summary video, basically a short audiobook covering everything that transpired during. Now, as for contracts, you can leave comments upon any video stating that you completed a contract that you came up with. However, we also hold role-playing sessions through the Discord that will then be summarized within a Hunter's update. These are typically as a means to build up an event and can be a lot of fun. It does not use dice, but rather is a common sense approach where knowledge of what you're fighting is rather helpful. We do use a 50-50 coin flip for certain actions where success would mean something epic occurs and failure, well, may mean that you need to start brushing your teeth with your other hand. For character creation, as stated, we do not use stats, so your character is almost completely up to you, though level of power is restricted for fun's sake. We do, to make things easier, have 3 pre-established races that you can choose from, though you can make your own, but you will need to okay it with myself through the Discord. The first and most basic is normal humanity, average across the board with the ability to use any weapon and make deals with creatures from without our world to gain an edge, though often at a steep cost. The second are the Dragonkin, people of Welsh descent who have been warped by the spheres to be 8-foot-tall human-dragon hybrids. With increased strength and durability, though with larger hands they are unable to use firearms and must be kept out of public view, remaining secret. Finally, there are the Metallics, people warped and changed into living metal beings, the most durable of all 3, however unable to see, hear, or feel physical sensations. They rely on a small floating wooden box to see for them, giving them a permanent third-person perspective. However, if the box is destroyed, they are functionally blind, and like Dragonkin, also must be kept secret. The series has been going a while now, with rather a lot happening. However, it is possible to jump in at any point, with, as stated, the week-to-week videos acting only as a monster manual and the larger story events being covered in the summary videos. So, simply decide who you want to be. Your character can be from anywhere, as due to how loose the Order is, with it not being a militarized group like many other organizations, it, in-game, is described as being an attractive group to work with. So, you can make literally anyone from anywhere. So, grab your cold iron sword and your rusty double-barreled shotgun and get hunting.